What's up, guys? Good morning. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. I'm going to give it a minute or so here and let you guys come on so we can enjoy this daily cup of coffee that we're having here. So if this is your first or maybe second time, welcome. And I just wanted to let you know the idea here is to jump on, do a daily take action moment task. And this will be that little bit of nudge that you might need. Actually, I was looking down, supposed to be looking over here. I thought this camera was on, but it's actually that camera that's on over there. So sorry about that. So so what we're going to be doing is we're going to dive into something that I think we tend to overthink. At times we think that we have to come up with this new idea, or we have to have new inspirations and all of this stuff. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate it. And I think over time, you start to really understand and resonate with what you actually want, or the type of business model you want, or maybe the type of person you want to be, or the type of people that you want to impact or help, or any of that stuff. So I want to talk about that today because I think it can be very powerful to be able to really give people, yourself included, just a different mindset as far as a shift versus thinking, oh, I have to go out there and I have to be original. I have to go out there and be unique. I have to go out there and create this brand new product that no one's ever seen before. I have to do this whole new business model because everyone else has already done that stuff. And I don't believe that. So what I want to do here before we do kick things off, now I am looking down because I'm going to look at my note here. But what we're going to be talking about, again, like I said, is how we model success, or how do we model something that's already been done before so it can speed up our path to success. So to get this thing kicked off a little bit, and so I can have a sip of my coffee and you guys can think here for a minute, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to put it in the comments and let me know the answer to this question. And that is, who is someone right now that you look up to? All right. I'm going to give you a few of mine, and also go back even in time. Who is someone that you looked up to, or that you thought of, someone that inspired you, that got you to think a little bit differently, or maybe someone that encouraged you to go down a certain path. So put that in the comments. I'm curious to hear yours. I've got a few. I'm going to share them with you. I've got some from my past. I've got some that are, I believe that are more current. And I think we're always being inspired and motivated by others. So if you guys can do that in the chat, let me know. I'm going to check the chat right now and see if any of you guys are even commenting yet. I do not see any comments through my feed here. Maybe it's taking a minute to catch up. But if you guys can let me know that you're there by putting something in the comments, that would help me. And then we'll get rocking and rolling. I forgot that music was running in the background. Just making sure that we're not broke here. I had an issue the other day with the stream software that I'm using. So I'm testing things here this morning. So if you guys could do that, drop something in the comments. Let me know that they are working, so I know that we are able to communicate. And then I'm going to jump in. Okay, here we go. So we got one here for Bill Gates on YouTube. Ivan, is it Ivan Sito? Not sure how you pronounce your name. Sorry about that. Yeah, Bill Gates would be a good one, right? I mean, he's paved the way, very, innovated a lot of things, and also started a lot of things because of it. So yeah, I mean, that would be a big one. So I'm just going to continue on here, but while you guys are just coming in or tuning in, what I'm asking the question for you guys to participate here is, hey, Neaton, good morning to you as well. Welcome. Yeah, so if you guys could put that in there, who is someone that you look up to or have looked up to for business, or just being a good person, whatever it is, or someone that you admire from afar. Who is someone that inspires you? All right. And there's some power in this, so I'm going to explain. Jeff Bezos, okay. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely created something crazy out there, right? Neat says Tony Robbins. Yep, one of mine as well. So that's good. Okay, cool. Okay, so the comments are working. You guys are doing this. If you guys are watching this later after the fact, do me a favor, drop in someone that you look up to, or someone that inspires you or motivates you, or that you just think is doing the right stuff, or that is doing the things that you want to do similar things. And I don't mean you have to create the next Amazon, but it's something that allows you to think a little bit more down the path that you want to go. All right. So let me kind of dig in here, and I'm going to give you guys some things to think about. All right. And again, these episodes here are 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's Coffee with Scott. This is your take action moment of the day. So if you want more of these, then I'd suggest you show up at 10 a.m. and tell your friends, tell your family, whoever you think would get value from this. I want to have coffee with those people. All right. So make sure that you like this, share it, and get it out to more people so we can have coffee together with the right people. Not everyone. We don't need everybody here. We just need the right people. All right. Okay. So again, I asked you to put in the comments someone just put Elon Musk. Yep, I get it. Okay. So the way that I look at it is too, also, if there's someone that's already where you want to be in a sense, then why not look at that person and then model that person? And I mean, model that person down to even certain things that they do throughout their entire life, their entire day. Again, that's if it resonates with you. So when I was growing up, give you a little story here, story time with Scott. So when I was growing up, some of you know the story. I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be a guitar player. And I started following this guy. His name is George Lynch, and he played in a band that maybe you might remember is Dokken back in the 80s and the 90s. Actually, early 90s, it was his band was Lynch Mob. His last name is Lynch. Nothing about like an actual Lynch Mob. It's just his name and his crew. His band was the Mob, whatever. So I followed him when I was, 14, 15 years old, because I liked his style of play. For some reason, it just resonated with me. I liked it. I liked the power of the guitar. I loved the sound of the guitar. I loved his style. I even liked his hair, right? Like, so it was like, I know it's kind of weird, right? But so I modeled him. So when I was sitting down to play the guitar, I'm trying to model different things that he's doing, different phrasing. I mean, anyone can go out there, not anyone, but most anyone can go out there and learn how to play a guitar. But there's certain styles that we like. Jimi Hendrix for one, Eddie Van Halen. Like those are some like top, players, but not Eric Clapton, right? Certain styles, even though they play guitar, certain styles. So if I'm not into thrash metal, or if I'm not into country, I'm not going to follow those types of people, because they're not going to get me to where I want to go, right? So what I want you to start thinking about is the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Okay, number one. Number two, who is someone that you're looking to model? Now, again, you could have a few different people in your life that you model. There could be someone that gives you the motivation, the inspiration, the let's go, right? That person. And then you can have someone else that you're just modeling the business side of things, or maybe the thing that they're doing, right? Like, so guitar playing, like I'm not necessarily, and I don't know all about George Lynch's like personal life. I just like the side of it that I like his guitar style. I like that he's not theory taught as far as like in a music school. I like that he's like Eddie Van Halen in a sense, to where he's got a unique style, but it's self-taught. So I like that. It resonates with me because I don't feel as though I want to be in a classroom learning how to play guitar, right? So I resonate with that. And now I followed him for years. I still do to this day, by the way, guys. The guy's in his 60s, still out there cranking, and I still follow him. Okay. So a couple things to take away. Number one, who inspires you, or I guess, who's doing something that you want to achieve, and who can you model, right? That someone's a little bit further ahead. Who's someone else that motivates you, that can actually get you to do the thing. All right. So find that person or that, those people in your life. Okay. So another example of this would be like a baseball player, right? When I was growing up, I liked baseball, played baseball, and Don Mattingly was like the guy when I was growing up. He was a first baseman. I wasn't a first baseman, but he was a left-handed batter. And so gosh, I hope he's a left-handed batter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. But him and Wade Boggs used to go back and forth, right? So I used to love Don Mattingly. I loved his demeanor. I loved his attitude. I loved that just he was a good person and he had good work ethics and all of that stuff. So I followed him. Okay. And now when I'm on the field, I'm thinking like him. And I'm also looking at what drills is he doing? How's he holding his bat? Right? How's he, how is he carrying himself on the field? What's his routine look like? Right? So I'm studying all of this stuff because I want to emulate what he's doing, or at least close, right? And I'm not going to be a Don Mattingly, but it still inspires me and it also motivates me to model someone that's already successful, right? So why would I go out there and, I'm just going to learn how to play baseball on my own? Why not model someone that's already doing it, right? So a lot of times we don't think of the power of looking to someone that's already been down the path, right? And again, you have to find the right person that also gets it here for you, right? Not everyone is going to resonate with everyone. Not everyone's going to resonate with me, right? Some people are like, Scott, I don't want to have coffee at 10 a.m. I just don't want to do it. I don't drink coffee. I'm not coming there, Scott. And that's fine, right? It's not for everyone, but for the people that want to kind of go down that path with, a certain person, those are the people that we want to really bring into our world. And there's power in that. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about like a business model. So like there's a whole bunch of business models out there and a lot of them will work, right? Got real estate, right? We've got a brick and mortar business. We've got franchises, right? We've got, we've got online business. Like, let's say that you just wanted to be e-commerce. Let's say that you just wanted to sell on Amazon. Let's just say that you wanted to sell maybe on eBay. Maybe you just wanted to start up a software company. Maybe there's all of these different things. Well, if you're going to create, right? Let's just use an example that I'm familiar with. Let's just say that you're going to create an online business that is all around creating content, that is building a brand that can then eventually sell products or lead people to resources that will bring money back into the business, right? So if that's the model that I want to follow, I don't want to go out there and see how someone's building a SaaS company, a software as a service company. I don't care about that. Right now, would I want to maybe listen to some of the marketing things that person did? Yeah, but it's not going to really, I'm not going to tune into that. Right. And I'm not going to model because their strategy is completely different. They can spend more to acquire customers because, well, they have a SaaS company. That means they get recurring revenue. So they can do that. Right. If I'm doing my thing, it doesn't really relate to that. Right. So again, you got to be careful on who you are being inspired by and who you're modeling for business. So just be very, very careful with that. And also get rid of the ones that are kind of getting your attention just because it's shiny object. Get rid of that so you can focus on what it will really take for you to succeed by modeling someone that's already been there, done that. All right. Or at least a little bit further. The person doesn't have to be all the way there, by the way. They just have to be a little bit further ahead of you. Okay. A couple that I have looked up to and modeled. Someone had mentioned Tony Robbins. I totally did, right? And I still do to this day, right? And I remember when I was introduced to Tony Robbins, and this is back. I remember I was in my basement in a house that I built years ago, and my mother-in-law was throwing out not throwing out, but she wanted us to bring it was basically a kind of like a book, but it had cassettes in it, and it was Tony Robbins's Unleash the Power Within. I think that's what it was. And she wanted us to get rid of them. She wanted us to just bring them to the Salvation Army or something and donate them. And I said, let me just put one in and listen. And I put one in. He started talking all about mindset, about how to really overcome, these self-doubts, how to overcome these things, how to find your thing, right? And so that really got me interested in Tony Robbins, right? And then I just loved what he stood for, and I loved how he was, talking about the internal game, not just about, other tactics or whatever. It just resonated with me, right? So from there, I've followed him for a very long time. And to this day, I still like to listen to him, right? Now, someone that is not as big as Tony Robbins, but someone that is pretty large now, but wasn't. And I actually was following this guy when he wasn't even who he is. All right. And the guy's name is Pat Flynn. Some of you may know who he is. I remember listening to, I think his first ever podcast episode when he didn't want to really do it because he was nervous. And that resonated with me because I felt that, right? He also was a family guy. I'm a family guy, right? And then I started to see, well, he's not even selling a product at this point. He's just basically giving value, and people are coming through. And if they find value and they need something, they're going to go through a resource link, which is an affiliate link. And that worked for him. And I'm like, you know what? It takes the pressure off of having to always pump out product, or, hurry up and make a product so you can sell it. And so I modeled that. Another guy that I looked up to and still do is Jeff Walker, Product Launch Formula. I actually went through one of his trainings way back in the day, and it opened my eyes up to the online world. And I also like that he's a family guy. I also like that I seen where he was and where he is now, and that he hasn't really strayed from what his main focus is. All right. So again, we need to model the right people. You only know who that person is, who resonates with you, but also who has a business model that you would like to have, right? And for you, it might be, I want to build a 100-person company, $100 million company. That's not for me. I don't want that, okay? I want the lifestyle of being able to be in my home office, come and go as I please, and be able to create my own schedule and just, live comfortably. That's what I want. I want to enjoy the life that I have, right? It's not about money. Always about the money is where, that can just get you in trouble whenever you're just focusing on that. And I don't want to go down that path. All right. Now there's times that you start to drift a little bit. That can be dangerous. So you got to be careful there. So my point here today is, guys, is find out who inspires you, motivates you, and has a model that you want to emulate. I don't mean copy, right? We're just drawing inspiration. We're drawing ideas. And then from there, we're implementing them. And then who is going to help you actually stay focused and on course? Hopefully, this little coffee session with me is going to help you with that. That's what this is about for me, right? I wrote a book called The Take Action Effect. And it basically is all about, you know what? We have these moments in our life, just like this podcast, or this Coffee with Scott. I'm so used to doing the podcast. We're over 800 episodes, which never thought that was going to happen. And so it's all about the actions that we take are going to allow us to have the result. But we got to actually get out there and put it into practice. We can't sit here and analyze all day long. Who's going to help you do that? I want to be someone that is in your life that will help you, even if it's in one small little way. All right. So hopefully that's been helpful. Please do me a favor, guys. I'm just going to look down here. Says here, for me, I admire anyone that has broken 9-to-5 grind and become his own boss. Yeah, I agree with that, but there's also a lot of that, right? There's shady ways that you can make money online to escape the 9-to-5. So yeah, I think you got to get a little bit more. I think you got to get more granular than that. Lydia, ScottVoelker. Yes. Well, thank you for that. And hopefully it is a little sliver or a little slice of something that I can do to help any of you. And that's why I want to do these sessions, right? And so again, a little reminder, I'm going to be doing these in the morning like this, 10 a.m. Eastern. This way here you can plan to have that little daily dose of take action and a little cup of coffee together, or tea, or your drink of choice. So do me a favor, guys. If you think that someone would get value from this and would like to hang out with us, invite them. All right. Just send them over to the page and just let them know. Okay. Because I want this. I don't care how big we get, to be honest with you. I don't care if there's 10 people or if there's 1,000 people. I don't care. I care about the right people. And I think if you're watching right now, you're the right person, right? Because you're here and obviously you and I get each other, right? And that's what it's about for me. So I don't want to just go out there and reach thousands of people just because I can. That's not the right thing here, right? To me, it's about how do we connect with the right people. And that's why this little coffee talk here was all about finding the right people and focusing on what they're doing and then draw inspiration from them. All right. So guys, do me a favor. If this resonated with you, give me a thumbs up, give me a yes, give me something in the comments so I know that you are there. And because if we were having coffee together, I'd make sense. Does that make sense? It does? Okay, good. All right. So do that for me. And I will be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Let's get out there and let's have a good day. Even though we're going through some rough times here and some hard times, what we can control is today and what we do with it. So take this little daily dose of take action and get out there and make it happen. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at our coffee talk at 10 a.m. Eastern. All right. I will see you tomorrow. All right. Take care. And as always, take action. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.